Hi guys, it's John. Welcome back to the farm. We have just finished up market for the weekend. We've had a lot of requests taking you guys to the market. We're thinking about doing that. It's kind of a small market, but it's a good market for us, so that may be a video in the future. But we did get our pig. We took 3 pigs this year. We did sell all that meat, and we're going to talk to you today about how much we made on that Kunekune pork this year. We're also going to walk around, talk about our pigs and plans and what we're doing. And for that, I brought a guest who is the reason we have so many of these Kunekunes. And there she is. We both love them, but I probably wouldn't have 47 of them if it wasn't for her. So let's get these meat pigs fed, and we'll talk about how we did, what we made, and where we are going with the Kunekune pigs. All right, guys, so like I said, we did finish selling all of our pork for the year. We only done 3 small hogs, and this was the first year we had offered pork at the market. So we're going to kind of share some of the results with you, not the exact numbers. We'll tell you the exact amount that we made, but not all the exacts. Obviously, we had no costs in the piglets since we raised them here. And any decent or good breeding operation is going to have call pigs. Well, in our case, they're the meat herd, and not all of them are bad pigs. None of them are bad pigs. We do our best to find the best conformation among these pigs, at least how we feel. And so we don't sell everything as a breeder pig, and we wanted to have pork for our markets, so we have a meat herd. So that's just how it works. So we're in here with the meat herd, and we had done the 3 small pigs. Why are you being a jerk, Jesse?
And sometimes one that ends up being in the meat herd could have been a breeder, but they're already here. For example, Blackie here, she could have been a breeder. She's beautiful.
Yeah. So anyway, we took the 3 pigs to the market. We ended up selling out of our pork just the last couple weeks. I think we may have 1 or 2 roasts or Boston butts left. And so we went over our numbers. And let me preface all this by saying that we are not the example to go by as far as getting your numbers, and we keep track of obviously our costs and expenses and all that kind of stuff, but we kind of just go for it. If you guys have heard us talk, we talk about learning as you go, so we don't run our numbers the best. We wanted to do it, so we just went ahead and did it and see how it turned out. And like I said, learning as you go. So we had the pigs, no cost. We had butcher fees. Getting USDA butcher fees is a lot more expensive than regular butcher fees. So in order to sell cuts, you have to get it processed at USDA butchers. So that's just what we did. We didn't really have a choice there. What was the other feed? Oh, the big one, feed. We had just over $200 of feed in each of the 3 pigs a piece. And that was for them to be around, I think they were between 16 and 18 months.
Yeah, I think they're about 16 months.
Yeah, right around 16 months. So after figuring all that out and then adding up all of our sales, we don't have a drum roll, but would you like to tell what we had?
Well, we actually ended up with -$7 because we also had to get a meat license fee. So
yes, our meat license was a lot. It was $50, but we were figuring out, so we made $43, which was kind of depressing. And then I reminded Jamie that we also paid $50 for the meat license. So I guess that put us at a grand total of -$7.
But hey, it is what it is. We tried it. We still love the pigs. We'll still do meat pigs, but I think we're going to go a different route, and we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, we would definitely do it again. Someone did tell us that, well, hey, at least you guys got to eat delicious meat. And yes, we do eat the meat, but not from these pigs that we were selling at the market. So we didn't even get to eat this stuff. That was just all for everyone else to enjoy. But we did get a lot of good reviews. People said it was great pork, and so we're happy about that. Fortunately for us, this is not, I mean, we're trying to make it something that we can be a full-time thing. I do most of the farm. Jamie's still working from home. I do have another job as well, so it's not like it was a make or break. If this doesn't work out, the farm's going upside down. That is not the case. Just like a lot of small farms, our profit come from many different things, not just one thing. We do the meat chickens, we sell the breeding pigs, we tried to do the pork, we do a lot of chicken eggs as well. So in order for this to work, it's a lot of different little things bringing in money, and it's not just based on one thing. And after this experience, it's not going to be based on sales from pork cuts at the market. But our thought now is to go into selling halves and wholes. Our butcher prices will be down a lot, mostly because when you get a half or a whole, usually the customer is going to pay for the processing fee. So that is the route we're going. We're talking about pork shares. We're talking about selling halves and wholes. We've had a lot of people asking about that, but that is a new thing to us. But that is the direction we are planning on going. Yes, it was a little depressing, but honestly, we always say we're learning as we go. So it's not like we were selling it for cheap. I think our prices were competitive. We were selling ground pork for $9.25. We were selling pork chops for $11.25 a pound, Boston butts for $13.25 a pound. And I don't think that raising those prices is going to necessarily help us make a huge profit on the pork. But so we're going a different route with that. We're not giving up on the pork. Our goal is to not sell a whole bunch of pigs that we don't feel are going to be not nice pigs just to sell pigs. We still want to have a meat herd. We want this meat for ourselves and to feed our family. And then we think that if we sell wholes and halves, it's going to be a good opportunity for others to still be able to get the pork. And I think we'll be able to be a little more profitable than with the retail cuts at the market. So, did I forget anything?
I don't know.
If we did, we'll throw it down in the comments. But that is kind of the direction we're going to be going with the meat side of the operation. We're going to walk around and talk about kind of our breeding operation, who is pregnant, what we're still doing. Yes, we're still going to be breeding pigs. We love this breed. Even if we don't ever sell them, I think we would still breed them and just enjoy them for ourselves. So we're just going to kind of talk who is bred, what direction we're going there, and give you a little update on the coonies. All right, guys, we're here with our sow pen and Leroy. Speaking of Leroy, I did just see him breeding Marine yesterday. We'll get back to the pigs in a minute. But we have a lot of people asking about the donkeys and enjoy seeing the donkeys, so who knows? Finger crossed. Marine may be bred. We shall see. I have not ever seen him breed her that I remember, but I did see that yesterday. So a little update there. We may have baby donkeys in about a year. So in September, we'll check back. But as far as fall breedings, we've got 6. Is it 6 or 5? I think it's 5.
We have 5 we planned.
Yes, 5 that we planned. So we got Jelly Bean, Josie, and Penny, and that is towards the end of October that we're thinking we got due dates?
Yep, end of October, beginning of November, like those 2 weeks.
Okay, end of October, beginning of November. So if you guys have been missing piglets, which we just talked the other day, and believe it or not, we are kind of missing the piglet birthing time on the farm. It's always exciting, and the fall's kind of fun too because it's not so hot. So we're looking forward to those 3. We did just get rid of a boar. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But the other 2 that we planned are down here at the end of the meadow. So let's walk down, check out the other 2 pigs, which are going to be moving up here. All these pigs are moving. You see their spot is empty of all the underbrush. So we're going to be moving all of them right down here, probably this week. So let's go check the other 2 pigs that are due this fall. All right, down here at the end of the meadow are the 2 sows that are going to be moving up. We had them here with Walter, we did let Walter go to another farm. We're constantly bringing in new stuff. We just brought Tuck in, so we decided to let Walter go. We've got some of Walter's babies on the farm, so that makes things or decisions easier. But we've also got Willow and Millie here that will be going in for fall litters. So we got a couple more weeks. Actually, I should say about a month, and then they'll be heading over into the farrowing barns for the fall litters. We are going to obviously continue having litters. We want to have meat and continue raising these pigs. So we've also got a bunch of young sows over here, and we've got some babies. You know, Willow back there, her baby Willowbean is up here, and we'll just kind of continue to talk about our plans. And we got to check out the new sows, because Jamie talked about pigs that we have planned for piglets this fall, but you guys know some of the new piglets are possibly bred, so we'll check them out. All right, so we just came from our, I guess they're our original sows, some of the first sows we had here that are pregnant, and now we are in here with the gilts. For those that don't know and just started following along, gilts are our female pigs that have not yet had piglets. And what are we happy about with these ones?
What do you mean, what are we happy about?
Why are we happy with these pigs? Where'd they come from?
Oh, these were all born and raised here except Joyce, and she came from a good friend and one of our favorite breeders. So this is a happy pen.
Yeah, so this is kind of the herd that we've selected from our boars and sow pairings. And you know, we've always talked about perfect pigs. There's really no perfect pig, and some people look for different things in pigs, and they're looking for straight backs and good feet, and some people like floppy ears, some people like straight ears. So these are the ones that we were able to pair. We got to choose which boar went with which sow, and got to see what they produced and got to keep what we liked the best. Obviously you can't keep them all, but so this is kind of the future of our farm. Some of these, how you doing, Willowbean? This is Willow's daughter from a litter, wasn't it? Willow and Walter? Yeah, Willow and Walter. So her daddy is the boar that we just let go. But so it is kind of enjoyable to see, I guess you could call it the fruits of your labor, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess. So we put two pigs together that we thought would make good babies. Maybe one pig had a little bit longer body than one had better feet than the other, so you put them together and you get to see what they produce. So this is kind of a fun pen for us. These will not get bred. We normally don't breed our sows until they're about 16 months old, because you do not want them getting pregnant at too young of an age. It's just hard for them to carry a little litter that young. So probably Willowbean
and Molly are first.
And Molly, and then it will be Betty White. And maybe this spring, I can't remember how old they are. They're probably about 12, 13 months old, you think?
I want to say they're around 14 months old.
Okay, so maybe 14 months. So yeah, Molly and Willowbean. So those will possibly be having some spring litters. So we're excited about that. So I guess it's kind of turned into the goals of our farm and where we see our farm pig operation going. But we had to show you these guys, and Molly is a favorite. We got to check out this tongue.
Molly's from our dear Zell that we no longer have, and Zelly was really special to us, and we couldn't ask for a more friendly, lovable pig.
Yeah.
Molly will come and lay down on you even if you're not petting her. She just loves attention, and she's just so gentle. I can't wait to see what kind of mama she's going to be, because if she's anything like she is with us, she's going to be awesome mama.
Yeah, so anyway, and Willow doesn't take her much either.
Yeah, Willowbean is the same.
Yeah.
Molly's on my feet.
Yeah, you definitely know you're going to have good personalities in your piglets with some of these. That brings me to another point. Some people about the meat, they ask us why we don't raise like a Hampshire or a Duroc, something that grows out a little bit faster. Just because of the personalities of these guys. They're small enough that one day we hope maybe we can process on our own farm for us. We don't have to deal with a 500, 600 pound pig. They have been in here probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's getting time to move because there's a lot of poop, but they don't do any. All these spots here from the tractor, when I dug the wallow, they do not destroy our property. So for us, having a huge carcass really fast is not really appealing for the I guess it's the benefits versus the downside of it. We don't want to have to come in a pen, and I'm not saying those pigs are aggressive or mean, but when they're 600 pounds and they want to rub up on you, it's a little bit different than these little Kunekunes rubbing up on you. So to answer that question, that's a reason why we don't switch to a different breed or a bigger breed that grows out faster in order to get meat to the market faster. So this pen is special to us. We're excited to see what they'll produce. We're excited to see how they've grown. There's Betty White. Hey, Betty. But let's go over to our last pen, to the ones that we know are possibly bred, but not sure. And we'll see what we may have coming here in the future. All right, last pen. You guys have seen the video. If not, I'll post it right here. Our 2 pigs that turned into 6 pigs, which then turned into 7 pigs because someone has issues. We'll pray for her.
Nobody ever said 2.
Okay, I thought maybe 2, but I'm glad she got them. These girls, I should say, they're going to bring a little size into our herd. They're all looking great, but like we said, some of these were in. Some farms have different practices. I'm not saying wrong or right. Some just let them all run together, and that could be a lot easier because you don't have to constantly switch pens and bring pigs up. But so these pigs were in with a boar.
We have 2 boars, so we're not even sure which boar bred them. Yeah.
So are they all possibly bred? Is it?
They were all in with boars for a couple days, but only 3 of them are most likely bred.
And do you remember?
So Dandelion is most likely bred, Mabel is most likely bred, and Thistle.
And Thistle. Okay, Brooklyn introduced you guys to these in another video. Jamie did a good job of remembering. So
2 Louise had babies already. Toodaloo also had babies already, and Smitten had babies already. So
okay, so will this be the first litters for those 3?
Those 3, yep.
Okay, so we'll have some first-time mamas here. So these are all okay. 3 of them are gilts and 3 of them are sows.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize the big old Mabel. You'd think she'd have had babies already.
Nope.
But so those are the other 3 possibles that we did not play in here, but we're not opposed to it. We are. Like I said, just the other day we were talking that we are ready to have some more piglets on the farm because it is just a fun time that we get to enjoy new life, and you never know what they're going to produce. It's not just 14 pink little piglets. It's about 6 to 8 different colors, stripes, bands, just a fun breed to raise. So anyway, guys, started with meat, talking about the direction of our hog farm with the meat and with breeding. It's just a great pig. If you guys are thinking about a small animal that's easy to manage, doesn't mess up your land very much, if at all, we would highly recommend Kunekune pigs. Personalities are great, disposition's awesome. You don't have to really stress much about your kids or yourself getting hurt. It's always a possibility, but with these pigs, it's a lot less likely. So we love the pigs. The meat is delicious. Sorry if you don't enjoy meat. We do. Piglets are great. Moms have always been great. So we would highly recommend looking into Kunekune pigs if you're thinking about a pig for your farm. So anyway, guys, we appreciate you following along. Make sure you check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget
to make the change.
We will see you guys on the next video.